I guess I should have gone ahead and said, which I haven't really done in any of my videos, that I'm working a little bit more on my trigger warning. So if you are, triggered by Shark Week or anything else like that, just be aware that, I do talk about that. I talk about everything that happens in my real life, and I don't censor it. Gentleman, Dean Alejandro, and I hope that you are having a great day. I'm officially 9 months on testosterone, so let's go ahead and let's get right back into it. You guys know the drill. As well as it being my 9th month on T, it's also my shot day. So I'm finally getting to the point where I am comfortable with all my hormones. I haven't really been having hormonal spikes, increases, or anything else like that. My levels are perfectly exactly where they want to be, right in between 300 and 400. I took a whole video of my doctor's appointment and also getting my prescription as well. So make sure that you are subscribed so you can actually get the visual on that. I finally trimmed my beard. You can see, I'm getting more in other places. I have lost about 10 pounds since surgery, since top surgery, and I still have not gotten my period. That's something that I haven't talked about a lot because I haven't bled since my first month. It's been 8 months now not going through the crimson waves and that whole situation, but that doesn't mean that I'm not still experiencing the PMS symptoms. Every time my fiance has that time and that, situation happen, I guess, I definitely feel the mood swings, I feel the cramps, I feel everything as well. I just haven't actually had it happen since the first month. So that's been something that's interesting too, because every month I'm kind of anticipating with the pain and the cramps. I'm like, is this going to happen? Is it going to happen out in public? Which is something that I really anticipate because guys' bathrooms aren't really friendly for periods. I'm still very much a jelly boy. I have a lot of, my fat redistribution mostly went to my ass. Also with my dad bod, this belly that I'm getting. I haven't really been working out since top surgery, post-op recovery, just kind of focusing on simpler things, I guess. The biggest physical change that I have noticed, though, is I sweat so much. Of course, my body temperature is hotter than it used to be, but I sweat profusely. And it is actually interesting because I had a video shoot at an amusement park and my sweat was so bad that they had to pull me out of the scene and they basically ripped my shirt off me. I had these two girls ripping my shirt off, and I was in a theme park. It was kind of actually almost traumatic because for social changes, I'm not used to. That was the first time being out shirtless completely in public. And I wasn't expecting it. These two women, ripped it off. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save that for my next video for my 2-month post-op update. It was a very crazy experience. And I am stealth, with that job. So it just put me in a weird situation. So if you want to hear that specific story from Disney, make sure you subscribe if you're not already, and that will be coming next week. It's been extremely difficult. All the changes that have happened emotionally, I have noticed, I don't want to get too in depth with this either, but I have noticed I have lacked some self-care. A post-op depression really kind of messed with a couple of things in my routines that I did have, and some bad habits, started appearing within myself, and I didn't take as good care of myself, not eating the right things, not exercising, and just also I have some destructive habits that kind of took place all because I was overthinking things, which actually happened because of my hormones, and kind of dealing with that, which right now I'm to the point where I'm finally comfortable hormonally, with taking my shot every 10 days. But this has been, a battle for a while, as you guys know. So it's been really hard dealing with this depression. You might not notice, I kind of haven't really been on Instagram too much, or I haven't really been doing too many things, I guess. I'm kind of just focusing on putting the videos out. I did not know that recovering from top surgery was going to be so triggering for me in so many ways, which again, that's going to be on my 2-month post-op video that I'm going to get into. So let's get into these social changes, because I feel like for the first like 8 months on testosterone, my social changes weren't that big of a deal. This past month has been insane. I have had so many crazy social changes that I can't understand. They're so simple that, it kind of boggles my noggin. I'm like, how is this even happening? Because me and my fiance, we act completely the same as we always have, but we're getting treated by different people in different situations. Such as, like I said, and I'm going to, talk about my other video, with getting my shirt ripped off in a public situation, which shouldn't have been a big deal to other people, I guess. A lot of people are more supportive of me and my fiance when we're out in public. If they see me now taking photos of her, they will want to, they're like, oh, let me take a photo for you guys. This actually happened when we went to Disney the other night, and I was taking photos of her candidly because I like doing that. And this old man, he comes up, and I'm just like, are you, we're used to getting the hate from, socially and everything else, just because we've been experienced it as a couple, for so long. And he took our photo, and then after, he's like, good luck, young man, tonight. And I'm like, it's so interesting just how we perceive things a little differently. With that, the same day at Disney, we had a photo pass person take a photo of us. Of course, this shouldn't be that big of a deal. This has happened multiple times. Actually, one of the Disney photographers ruined our proposal photos, but we won't get into that. We're right in front of the castle, and, he asks us, are you a couple? Because now, since we look like a heterosexual couple, everyone assumes that we are a couple instead of assuming we're sisters or friends or, whatever. He asks if we're a couple. We're like, yeah, we do our photos and do a little bit. And he's like, okay, kiss. So we go to kiss, and as soon as we kiss, he yells, no, stop. And that happened, and I swear, I just completely, almost fainted, or I don't know, I started sweating profusely, because I naturally thought, oh my God, he knows, he found out, is something giving this away? Oh my gosh, is he out? Because we're so used to getting that hate and people just hating us for being a gay couple, or for being a lesbian couple, or for being trans, or for being all of these things, and instantly, even though we were taking a photo and he was trying to make it seem like he was cool, because we're a younger couple showing PDA, and it's a humorous thing, that just shows we aren't used to the simple things like that. It took me that whole day. I mean, we were at the park. That was as soon as we got there. I didn't really say too much to anyone, but it was really hard. It was hard to get through the rest of the day, because I felt like I was doing something wrong, even though I wasn't. And it was kind of in that moment when he did that, because he yelled so loudly. One, I was triggered because I just get like that when people are yelling like that. Two, it was just basically I felt like I was outed to everyone. So, sometimes it's harder, because I feel like maybe I will give myself away in certain situations, even if I'm presenting as stealth, or if people don't know I'm trans. And I will blush, if people don't know, or if people say something and I'm not to that point of being 100% confident to be confident with myself. So, we have noticed so many different social things. I spent 27 years of my life developing to learn and to adapt to the person I thought I was. So with all of these social changes, it's hard. I don't know how to act in public. Every routine or everything that I thought I knew has completely changed. I feel like I can't relate to other cis guys. I feel like I can't relate to other people. I don't know what I'm doing. And then there's also the stigma of male, I don't even know. There's all these negative stigmatism. I spent 27 years of my life developing to learn and to adapt to the person I thought I was. So with all of these social changes, it's hard. Like I don't know how to act in public. Every routine or everything that I thought I knew has completely changed. I feel like I can't relate to other other cis guys. I feel like I can't relate to other people. Like I don't know what I'm doing. And then there's also the stigma of male, I don't even know. Like there's like all these negative like stigmatism. I spent 27 years of my life developing to learn and to adapt to the person I thought I was. So with all of these social changes, it's hard. Like I don't know how to act in public. Every routine or everything that I thought I knew has completely changed. I feel like I can't relate to other people. Like I don't know what I'm doing. There's all these negative stigmatisms about, men not being vulnerable and having to be tough and man up. And it's just, there's all of these different things, and I don't know where I fit right now. And I don't know if I ever will. That's just a struggle that, I've been dealing with, and it's really hard. Other Hispanic males they grow up and they deal with having to relate to, other people and stuff. Another example, we're moving. Alexa was going to meet with a woman to sell a piece of her furniture, but she got stuck at work a little bit later. So the woman showed up at her house, and I went outside. Me being me, I'm friendly to everyone. I don't think anything of it, but I'm still cautious because I'm very empathetic. So she was in her car. I knew the car was running, and I, being in the location that I'm in, I know better than to go up to a car with a female in it and looks are deceiving. Now I have to be careful I have to somewhat censor what I say to certain people, just because sometimes people think I'm hitting on them. Sometimes people think I'm a threat now. Even if I just want to have small talk, it's very awkward finding that line. And when I went outside to meet her and she finally came out of the car, she was afraid to follow me back to get the piece of furniture because it's just crazy. Like, so I'm adapting to, all of these things that maybe other guys have learned socially, how to adapt, how to approach women, how to do these different things. But here I am dealing with it all at once. So social changes have been the absolute struggle the past month, and they are continuously shaking me up because I don't know. I have no idea how to deal with any of it. I finally got a haircut too, like after top surgery. I went to this really cool event hosted by Bumble and Bumble, and they went and I got hooked up with a haircut, and it was super cool. So I tried something different, something out of my comfort zone, and it was my third official haircut. So that was, again, scary, presenting as stealth, and I'm just finding the struggle of where do I fit, and I'm not. Everything else in between. I finally got a haircut too, like after top surgery. I went to this really cool event hosted by Bumble and Bumble, and they went and I got hooked up with a haircut, and it was super cool. So I tried something different, something out of my comfort zone, and it was my third official haircut. So that was, again, scary, presenting as stealth, and I'm just finding the struggle of where do I fit, and I'm not. This month has been crazy. Someone got my social security number and tried to get a couple phones from Sprint and from AT&T, and they got themselves a Macy's card. I'm unable to basically dispute it because they're having problems verifying my identity, which is interesting, even though the person was able to just get approved for it. So I've been dealing with a lot of things that shouldn't have been happening. Also, we are moving. We're moving about 4 hours south and preparing for the wedding that's less than 3 months away. So there's been a lot of changes, but you know what? I'm still here, still going to be putting out videos. If anything, they might be, every bi-weekly instead of weekly, but I'm going to still keep going. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And if you have any comments or concerns, witty comments, you know what? put that down below. Until then, I'll see you next time.